Welcome all. It's Eliana here, and I hope that this meeting finds you in a good frame of mind. And now it's been a good few months since we have all been isolated in quarantine. And I have been hearing from some friends and colleagues a very interesting conversation that I wanted to bring up with you. And that is, uh, one friend in particular was saying that she has been feeling like a volcano inside recently. Yet she's very, very present, but feeling like a volcano inside. Can you relate to that? The reason she said she's feeling like a volcano inside is that these questions are coming up in her mind. Who's in charge? It's like, is there an adult anywhere? Like, what is going on here? That's the sense that she's having. Right? Yay or nay below. Have you experienced that at all? Is that just her and our conversation that we had the other day? I don't think so. But it triggered me, and I wanted to open up this conversation because it's hard to accept that nobody does know what's going on and really no one is in charge. How we have all been acculturated in our modern world is that there's a government, that there's a company, that there's a family, that there's a leader and that there are followers, that there is in the Western world, we are educated to make a plan and follow through on it. And what is occurring today is you cannot make a plan and follow through on it because that entire system is crumbling. And it's a weird situation. The truth is, no one, inclusive of the president of the United States and any other country in the world, any other prime minister, any king, queen, any organization head, any leader does not know what's going on. It is much bigger than all of that. Is it true that no one is in charge? How could that be? That no one knows what's going on, inclusive of all of our leaders. So who is in charge? Well, I'd like to remind us all that there is someone in charge. Maybe it's a something in charge, and it's beyond cognitive knowledge. Even any word that I will express is beyond it. I'm referring to that higher power that brings the sun up and the sun down every day, regardless of what is going on in the world, anywhere across the globe. I'm referring to that power that has the moon rise and set every day, regardless of what's going on. That power that pumps our blood, that has air float through our system, that is more powerful than any virus, anything. And what we have is an opportunity to accept that, remember that. Acceptance is the answer to our problems. It's so simple. And the challenge is in living it. Because where we are going today we're expanding into another paradigm, and it does not make sense. And that is what I see. That's what really triggered my interest in that conversation that we had, because who's an adult really? What is maturity really? Is it physical maturity? Is it age? Is it seniority? Is it how much money you have? Is it where you live? That doesn't apply anymore. I'd like to offer an alternative view. Perhaps it's that Maturity is acceptance of something that's larger, and the maturity and the willingness to admit what we don't know. That requires a lot of humility. It requires strength. It requires courage. It's a whole nother skill set. It's a feminine skill set, a feminine leadership set. I'm not talking about man or woman. I'm talking about a skill set where you're able to sit in a place of not knowing, because at a deeper place you do know you know. You might not have words for it. Am I making sense? Like, right, yay or nay? I'm talking about immersing yourself from within and looking within and listening within, receiving from within instead of looking outside for answers. I believe that this whole pandemic that we are facing today is a beautiful, beautiful gift, enabling humanity to remember that, to remember who truly is in charge, that there is a power greater than ourselves in charge, and we can count on that. Civilizations have come and civilizations have gone throughout the millennia. Entire galaxies have come and gone. I'm placing my faith in that. I have placed my faith in that over the years. And frankly, when I look at the trajectory of my life, in this iteration of this human body, it is that power that has brought everything. It has not been anything that I do. It has been my surrender to that power that has guided me to do what I do. I call that leading from the feminine. The gift that we have is that we're having our distractions taken away of doing, of our masculine leadership, of accomplishing something and doing something. It's not comfortable, but there is something that is guiding that can allow you to do in another way. For example, if you're in a place and you have no clue what to do next, leading from the masculine would be pushing yourself, doing something else, or eating something, or going to your favorite poison to act out. That's a cognitive doing something. A feminine approach would be giving up, surrendering. Oh, giving up? What? No! I'm effective. I'm going to take care of things. How's it working for you, sweetheart? It's like it doesn't work anymore. And when you're feeling exhausted and when all of your abilities are exhausted, can't do that anymore. And if you do, it's like, going, spiraling downward. But doing in a feminine way is trusting. Trusting. Trusting is an action. Trusting what? Trusting in that power that's greater without knowing what's going to happen. Because if you're really honest with yourself, go back to the beginning. Nobody knows. And any of those outside systems or those authorities, they don't know either. And I want to invite you to begin reacclimating yourself with your own authority. And if you're used to connecting with your own authority, I want to invite you to deepen that connection, because there is no limit to it. And we are being called back to that from the inside out. How is this resonating with you? I would really like to know. Am I stirring you up? Is this inspiring you? Is this empowering? Is this bringing up resistance? Well, if you are insisting on responding in a safe way, it may be really irritating to you because, we humans, we don't like change. We like to be comfortable. And it's sometimes easier for us to stay in a situation that's so horrible, but that we at least know what to expect. Oh, I'll take my poison, I'll take my pain, at least I know it, and there's some comfort in my poison and my pain and my self-destruction. Yet, if you're really owning your authority, which is what we are all being guided and gifted with the opportunity of embracing, you also have a chance to lead from your feminine, to surrender. So I don't know. I have no freaking clue what's going to happen. And anytime I think, oh, what about tomorrow? And the next thing, I can't even go there. It just stresses me. So I don't even go there. And the moment I feel stressed, that's my signal. Oh God, that's the hell in a handbasket, not going there. That's what stops me, brings me back to right now. Okay, we're right this second, just right now. And I may feel discomfort and pain because something may be coming up. But when I take the action in response to that of trusting that there's some gift, that's the tip that I want to leave with you today is I ask myself in that situation, okay, so what's the gift here? What's the gift? And my mind is expecting an answer, and the answer never comes from that. And then frustrated, God, why am I doing this? I want to go do something. Give me some palliative. Go to the refrigerator. Sometimes I do. I go to the refrigerator, and I've gotten better this week. I'm like really watching myself on that one. It's like, can you just, sweetheart, can you just sit another moment? And what is so amazing is that when I do that, it's like this awesome, excruciating, the divine excruciation of true pleasure, of true happiness that is independent of any circumstance, of anyone, any place, person, or thing. And I will not trade that for anything. That's freedom. Why have we gone after all of these things in our material life anyway? So I want to invite you to trust your inner guidance, because if you will dare stop long enough, you will get the answer to any question 24/7. And how are you showing up for yourself, trusting in your own authority? Please, let's start a conversation on this. Really, really so curious. It's like the thing that matters most to me, the thing that I want to be doing more than anything is to be in support of our common collective leadership. The whole purpose of Voices of Eden from the get-go, from that name, is that it's an experiment of creating Eden on earth, one healthy, authentic voice at a time. Because imagine what happens as each one of us dares to stop long enough to listen to ourselves. We could get the answer to any question 24/7. Doesn't cost a dime, doesn't cost any time. If we'll only dare stop and do that, and if we will dare trust what we're hearing and we share that, we hear each voice. There are no two that are alike. That forms a unified whole. That to me is Eden. That is the world that I am choosing to live in. That requires me showing up in my truth. And There's no place else I would rather be right in this moment except here and now. Just am so satisfied right here, right now. So appreciative of the opportunity to sit in front of a screen on a beautiful morning, sequestered inside. Truly no place else I would rather be because I'm right here, right now, being guided by that power greater than me and learning to love better and better one moment at a time. So I'm really looking forward to hearing your comments. What are your biggest challenges in sitting with yourself? What is the hardest thing for you in being, in this continued quarantine of, not knowing how to use your time maybe, or how to approach things? Let's explore this together and let's grow together. Look forward to hearing from you.